Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Michelle Ayala and I'm going to be creating a Bit Stormy makeup look. I'm going to start by applying some Neutrogena lip gloss. And I'm going to be moving on with a Peter Thomas moisturizer. Put it all over my face and on my neck as well. And do a quick massage throughout my face. This feels so good. I love doing it. And then I'm going to be putting some Clarins eye gel for dark circles. And I'm going to be applying these on my under eyes, crease all over my lid, just to make sure my eyes won't look as tired as they are. And I do this with the finger of a ring because it's the softest finger we have. And it's more delicate. And I'm going to be moving to do my eyebrows. I'm gonna start by spooling them, and I'm using L'Oreal eyebrow pen in the number 410 shade light brunette. And so I spool them first, then I outline them and fill them in. Sometimes it can be hard and it can take a lot of time, but honestly you're never gonna get them perfect, so you just want them to be looking as similar as possible, like sisters, and you're good to go. So after, I'm going to be moving with a Covergirl Concealer in the number M500. The name of it is Soft Tan, and I'm going to be applying it on my crease, on my eyelid, on my eyebrows, and on my T-zone, just for my face to be brightened. And I use this as a cleaner for fixing my eyebrows if I didn't do them well, and also prepping my eyes for all the eyeshadow we're going to be using. And I'm using a It Cosmetics airbrush to blend everything. And also this helps with the creasing of the eye and making your eyeshadows more pigmented or not to fall out that much. Just make sure there's no harsh lines. And don't worry about the bottom part because we're going to be fixing that later on, since there's so many fallout from eyeshadow. I don't focus much on that before applying it on my eyeshadow, but after. And I also bring down the concealer to my nose, but just on the part that I want my nose to be looking slimmer or where the light would hit. After that, I'm going to be moving with the eye palette, and this one is called HitDot. And with the Farah brush, I'm going to be applying the shade Sandstone on all my eyelid. And this is for the concealer not to be creasing, and for all the shadows that we're going to use to be more pigmented and showing better and blending better on the eye. The base color I'm using is more like a color of your skin tone. In this case, that's the closest one that I found in that palette. After, I'm going to be moving with the golden Farah brush too, and I'm going to be using that orange tone. It's called Grounded, and I'm going to be applying it on the crease of the eye. I'm going to start in the outer part of the eye because I want more pigmentation there. You want to start from the outer corner because that's where all the pigmentation is going to go, and sometimes you don't know how much the brush has picked up from the product, from the shadow. And so if you start from the outer part, then it should be good because that's where you want all the pigmentation to be at, and then you can build up based on what you want. And so I do circles on the outer corner, and then I just bring it in towards the inner corner of the eye, and it's just on the crease. So where your eyelid kind of folds, I would say. And I do this over and over until I want the color that I want or how dark I want. And then after, I'm using a B8 cosmetic brush, and I'm going to be applying that brown shade. It's called Vibration, and I'm using a blending brush, but it's much smaller because I just want it to be thinner than the orange one. I want both of the colors to be showing. And like I said, I'm starting from the outer corner of the eye because that's where I want the most pigmentation to be showing. And I do like a V on the outer corner. And I grab as much product as I need just to make sure that I get the color that I want or the amount that I want. But it depends on you. If you want a deeper look, you have to put more shadow, or if you want more natural, then you put less. After, with an It Cosmetics brush, I'm gonna be using this purple shade. It has glitter on and it's called Soft Real. It wasn't picking up as much, so whenever it's not picking up all that glitter, I put Pixie Hydration Milk Mist on my brush, and that way it picks up better and the glitter will stay there throughout the whole day. And I'm putting this on the eyelid. I start on the inner corner and I'm bringing it down all the way to the middle of the eye, not to the back because I want that brown to be shown too. And I tap it so all the glitter stays and it can grab more product. After, I'm gonna go back with the same BH Cosmetics brush that I was wearing for the outer corner, and I'm gonna go back to the brown color called Vibration just because I want it to be darker. And whatever line you don't like on the bottom, you can always clean it up later on with concealer. And then I'm just gonna go ahead with the Farah brush that I was using before and grab some more of that grounded color to blend everything out. And I'm just showing you there a little bit. And then with the Luxie brush, I'm just gonna blend out everything so there's no harsh lines. But I do this really slightly because I don't want all the colors to be erased. And I'm taking all the fallout off my face, and then with a wipey I'm just gonna make sure it's gone before I put my foundation. After, I'm gonna be moving on with primer. This one is e.l.f. Cosmetics Hydrating Primer. I really don't put primer at all, ever. But I just wanted to do things right to see if there was a big difference when you put a primer and when you don't. However, this primer is oily and I don't like that feeling, but it did blend out the foundation better and the concealer. And I'm just applying it on my face and on my neck. Make sure it's evenly distributed. And so we can move with foundation, and this foundation, it's by Covergirl. It's in the number 570 and it's called Medium Tan. And this one is really liquid, so I like to put it on my face rather than on the beauty blender. I just feel there's more pigmentation if I put it on my face and I have more control over it. So with the beauty blender, I'm gonna apply it all over my face and make sure there's no patches or gaps. And I also put it on my neck and ears to make sure I'm matching the color on my neck and ears, because you don't want to be having a brighter color on your ears. My ears tend to be a little bit red and my neck is a little bit darker, so that's why I put it there too. After, I'm going to be moving on with eyeshadow, and I'm just blending that orange down. Here I'm just prepping to move on with the under eye or under lash line to be putting more makeup on so it doesn't look naked. So with the BH Cosmetics, I'm going to be grabbing more of that orange tone, Cool Grounded, and applying it on the under lash line of my eye. So it won't look as naked, and I'm just bringing it out and in so it can connect to the part that we've already done. And I do the same thing on the other side of the eye. It's okay if there is fallout because we're going to clean it with concealer later on. And this also helps with wrinkles on the bottom of the eye, which I have a lot. And then I'm going to be moving with that little brush that I was using for the outer corner, and just to bring it a little bit down on the outer corner, still making that V effect with the vibration color, which was that brown, dark brown. And I'm just connecting it, the bottom part, with the V line that we have made in the beginning. And then I'm just gonna blend everything out for it not to be looking with harsh lines or weird. I'm gonna be applying the same concealer from Covergirl on my under eye dark circles to clean out all the fallout from the shadow we just put on the under eye. And I really like or love this concealer because it's so easy to blend. I'm also going to be applying it on my T-zone, on the nose, where I want it to be looking slimmer, and also on my chin. I'm going to be blending this out with a beauty blender, and this beauty blender, I bought it at Amazon for $3 or $4, and it's amazing. It's so easy to clean up, and it's when you add water to it, it just grows. It's huge, but it's so good. I just love it, and the price is unreal. It's so good. So as I was saying, the concealer is really easy to blend, and I think it's a good comparison to the tape by Tarte. After that, I'm gonna be moving on with the pressed powder by Covergirl. This one is the number 160, and the shade color is medium. And the brush that I was showing, it's by It Cosmetics, and it's an airbrush too. And I'm gonna be applying the pressed powder on the bottom of my eye for the concealer not to be creasing or making those wrinkles. And I just tap the product, and I'm also gonna apply it on my nose and my T-zone for not to be shiny. After, I'm gonna move with the Tarteist Pro Glow palette, and I'm gonna be using the bronzer on that palette. I don't know the name of this brush. I just recently started using it, and I really like it because it has a great amount of coverage and it looks so natural. And I'm gonna be applying the bronzer where I want my nose to be looking slimmer, or to create that shade effect. So under my cheekbones, on my forehead, on my chin, on the bottom where my neck is kind of, but where the chin is, right there. And I also blend it out. And with a smaller brush, this one is by BH Cosmetics, I'm gonna be making my nose to look slimmer, and also blending it out for not to be looking with harsh lines. And after, I'm just gonna go over with the same big brush all over my face to be sure that everything looks evenly distributed, there's no harsh lines. And with a bigger It Cosmetic brush, I'm gonna be using that pressed powder again, and I'm gonna be using it all over my face now to take all the sheerness out, because I would rather have a matte finished look than a sheer one. And also, I like to use it to blend out all the products that we've used. So I'm gonna be applying this all over my face, making sure everything is nicely blended. And I'm gonna grab the highlighter. This one is from Laurant, and this is a Makeup Academy brush. And this one is not powder, it was more like a creamy jelly, and it's so good because you put so little on the brush and it has a great pigmentation, but it looks nice and it just makes you pop out. And I applied these on my nose, on my cheekbone, on my chin, and on the top of my chin. Not my chin, my cheeks, and also in the inner corners of my eyes to make them pop out. This brush is by Bevec Cosmetics, and I also like to put it underneath my eyebrows. It makes it look like if they're cleaner. And I go over again with the Makeup Academy brush just to make sure everything is blended. After that, I'm gonna grab an eyeliner. I don't know the brand. I don't think I know how to say the name of that brand, but this is the one I'm currently using, and I'm just gonna bring out a line, a wing, and I just bring it down, pointing towards my eyebrow is, and I just bring it back in, making a triangle kind of. And after, I'm gonna be putting mascara, and I also put some lashes on. These are by Ardell, and these are the Demi Wispies, and they're not so dramatic, so I actually had to add the mascara for them to be showing more, or to be showing more darker. And the mascara is by Maybeline. Then I'm gonna be cleaning my lips, taking out that lip gloss that I put in the beginning, and also all the makeup that might fall into my lips, or the foundation that it could be on my lips. I went and do my hair, and I applied this lipstick by Ciaté. This was a collab they did for Christmas last year. It doesn't have a name, or I didn't find it at least. However, I didn't like this color because it was so dark and I wanted something lighter. So I'm gonna be mixing the colors, two different colors, two different brands, but I actually love the color that it came up to be. So for the next color, I'm gonna be using Almay Cosmetics and the shade Never Regret. And I'm just gonna put it on top and make sure to mix it well. And this is the final result for the makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, leave your thoughts about what you would like to see next. Thank you again so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Much love to you. Mwah.